Hello, my name is Lisa from Feed Your Cells, Lisa's Juicy Juice. I am going to do part 3 of our journey, our part 3 video of my journey of my daughter's pediatric liver transplant. Today is November 2nd, 2025, and 16 years ago in 2009, my daughter was brought to me out of recovery after her life-saving liver donation. She was almost 3 years old. We were at Lucille Packard's Children's Hospital. She was inside of another room, because when you have an organ donation, your whole immune system is knocked out. Her body was being run by machines, her blood pressure, everything. She had so many lines connected to her. I never left my daughter. In all of these videos, when I talk about her hospitalizations, I never left her. And that was really hard for my other 2 children. They were younger, and I wanted to give a shout out to my daughter, Jamie, right now. I love you, Jamie. She is deployed. She's 10 years in the Army. She is deployed out of the country. And I just want to tell her I love you and thank you for everything that you did, because she was actually my support system, was my daughter, my kids. So, at least, the doctors kept going in, and I guess they weren't, I didn't know, but I could see the worriedness on their face. She had a drainage little tube connected to her liver, and the little thing was supposed to be filling up with her bile. So it's supposed to be filling up green, because that means your liver's working. Well, it wasn't. And I just remember the doctors kept coming in and shaking it and looking at it, but I didn't know. Like I said, I educated myself about all of this all this time. It's been 16 years. So after, I believe it was 48 hours, the whole transplant team came in and told me that my daughter's liver was not working, that it is called preservation injury. It happens 2% of the time. And basically what it means is that the liver was out of the body for too long, and that they had to put her on another nationwide liver transplant list. I couldn't believe it. I was just so disappointed and sad. So at that point, I went and I had a talk with God. And that's why I am very faithful, and I really do know that God is out there, and he's been carrying me throughout my whole life. I'm 49. This is just one of the stories I'm going to share on here about my daughter's liver transplant. But she, basically, I talked to God, and I asked God if he would just please make the liver work, please. Or please take my daughter to heaven, because I couldn't stand to see her suffer no more. She went through so much pain. She had full-blown liver disease. Those symptoms are so horrible. Watching your daughter bleed through both ends is just, your baby at that. Watching her push a little IV pole, with her stomach so big. Liver disease, your liver's nothing to mess with. It really isn't. So, the next day, the liver transplant team came and told me that her labs turned around, that everything was going to be fine. And basically, they were going to start disconnecting her from all the tubes, and they wanted her to start eating right away. And I have another story on here about how she was having trouble keeping food down because she was under for at least 72 hours. And I have a story about Manzanilla tea. This is my business page. It's called Feed Your Cells with Lisa's Juicy Juice. And the stories that I'm telling you are the reason why I make my juicy juice, because of my daughter. So basically, we were released out of the hospital within 10 days, even with the bump in the road, 10 days. And I have some other stories to tell you about the little boy that she got the liver from, but I'm gonna just strictly stick to the clinical stuff. And then later I'll come back on and tell you the stories of how I know this little boy lives through my daughter. So she was disconnected from everything. We were discharged from the hospital. She was discharged with 20 staples. And this was the year with the H1N1 flu. I don't know if everybody remembers that. So poor baby. We were discharged. We had to stay in a hotel for exactly 30 days by the hospital because she was getting labs at least 3 to 4 times a day. And then they start tapering off. So we had to live right next to the hospital. But we were also next to Moon Bay Beach. I don't know if I'm saying it right, in Northern California. That is where my daughter did all of her healing. And I remember my mom telling me some weird remark like, oh, are you having fun vacationing? Like, really, I'm vacationing when my daughter has a liver transplant? So, you know, people are weird. But I was very lucky that my daughter got to heal there. I took her to the beach almost every day. That's how she healed. Like, why would you want somebody just to sit in a room and like, what? But anyways, that's a whole nother story. I don't really have a good relationship with either one of my parents. So that's why I'm such a good parent, but I'm just ranting. I shouldn't even have said that, but too bad. So we got discharged. We got to come home after 30 days. So December 1st, we came back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it was kind of cool because the reason why she had her transplant at Lucille Packard's Children's Hospital was because they have an outreach, UNM, University of New Mexico Hospital, which I will kiss the floor of that hospital because they saved my daughter. Dr. McLaughlin saved my daughter. Mary Gallegos, my nurse, they all saved my daughter. I don't forget about you guys. And they would come and see my daughter in New Mexico. So they had an outreach, and so I didn't have to go to California every single time she had follow-up appointments. So Alice is a very strong, she works out, she eats healthy. Yesterday was 16 years that she got her liver. And it was just a very life-changing experience. It made me more faithful. And I have a lot more stories that I could talk about that I'm going to let you know. Because as you know, after you have a transplant, you're not sick anymore, but you have a different liver. And then that's where I had to study the immune system. And that's why I make my juices, is that my daughter is on immune suppressants. Her immune system is asleep. So you have to not bring viruses around. She can't be around sick people. I had 2 older kids. My son played football. My daughter was a cheerleader. Like, it was just so scary. I had to be very clean, and I had to know how to treat us to keep our immune system strong. So that's behind my Feed Your Cells, Lisa's Juicy Juice. I've been doing my juicy juices for years, and I wanted to share that with you so that way you could feel good, because I feel good. And actually, those juicy juices have helped me mentally and physically, and hiking has helped me mentally and physically. I am going to come on later when I have more strength and talk about DV, domestic violence. When I was going through this whole situation with my daughter, I was getting my beat. I had broken ribs. I was, had my face punched in at times, and I survived it all. And this is just a little portion of it. So I'm just on here to let everybody know that we are strong and we can conquer things. And if you're interested in being healthy the natural way, follow my page, and you could even make your own recipes of my juicy juices. So thank you very much, and I will be back on for video 4, and then we will get into the aftercare of having a liver transplant. Bye.